Hey, good news, good news! We finally managed to create a Stream Deck plugin for Farming Simulator 22. Some of you might know that we actually created the plugin, the Stream Deck plugin for truck simulator games, ATS and ATS2, and after quite a bit of development, we managed to get one of our plugins working in Farming Sim games. And it's just about time because Farming Sim 25 is just on the horizon. So, stick around if you want to see how to download, install, set up, and what's in store in the future for this plugin. Alright. So I guess you might wonder, why do you need our plugin? Well, our plugin actually takes game values straight out of your game and displays that data on the Stream Deck device. So, for instance, state of your lights, state of your fuel level, any other state about your in-game vehicle is going to be correctly presented on your Stream Deck. And it never gets out of sync, because we don't just swap some icons when you press a button on your Stream Deck, but we accurately show the value from the game, no matter what controller you used to change that. This version, version 1, is kind of a proof of concept where we just wanted to see if we can actually get any data from the game. So it doesn't have that many features. It has about 13 distinct button actions that you can use. Some of them have multiple display modes, so you can actually fill more buttons on your Stream Deck. It supports all Stream Deck devices, so it doesn't matter if it's a XL, a small one, regular one, if it's the new Plus model with the dials. We also have some actions that support dials. Doesn't really matter what kind of a Stream Deck device you use, as long as it's a Elgato Stream Deck device. We actually even support their mobile app if you're willing to pay their monthly subscription for it. So technically you don't even need to have a Stream Deck device. Our plugin is free. You can download it from our website, and soon it will be available on the Elgato marketplace as well. But you also have to download a mod for your Farming Sim game, because there's this mod that we made that sends the data to our Stream Deck plugin. That's also available on our website. And once you have that, you can just start using it. This is the first version, so there might be some bugs, like with any other software, but if you know us, if you know our history with truck sim plugins, you know that we're doing this for now 10 plus years. We're gonna come up with new versions, we're gonna update it, we're gonna add new features. So yeah, this is just version 1. And I would really appreciate you guys if you could check the links down below. There's a link to our GitHub issue board where we collect your suggestions. What features do you want to see next? And also we collect bug reports. So if you stumble upon a bug, and believe me, you will stumble upon bugs, I would love if you could go to our issue board and submit that, so we can slowly work through that list and get everything fixed. So this is version 1, like I said. Version 2 is probably going to be released sometimes after Farming Sim 25 comes out. So we're just going to make sure it works with both games. So we're not going to drop development for Farming Sim 22. That's going to continue in parallel. In fact, soon, after we polish a couple of other bugs, it's going to even be released for Farming Sim 19. So yeah, I would love to see you guys help with feature requests and bug reports. And if you really can, I would also appreciate if you could visit our Patreon and support us there. That's what actually keeps us going. We have a huge number of supporters. Now it's over 500. And yeah, that's actually why we make these plugins. So if you could go there, the link is down in the description. I would really appreciate that. And of course, as a bonus, our patrons get a couple of additional extra features that are patron only. Alright, I guess that's enough for this intro, and I guess we can move on to me showing you how to install and set up your Farming Simulator Stream Deck plugin. Alright, to download our plugin, go to our website, which is www.mods.studio, and in the top menu, select the Stream Deck. So there you're going to find the download, which is going to be a zip file, about 43 megabytes in size. And once you download that file and unzip it, you're going to get this folder, which is going to have a couple of files in it. So the files in it, there's a README, which is a really quick installation guide. Then you have a Stream Deck plugin file, which you need to double click to install. That will bring up your Stream Deck software, and give it a little bit of time. See, it took a couple of seconds, but our Mod Studio 2 dashboard for Farming Simulator was installed. Now we can find it in the actions list. As you can see, it's here, it has this little new icon, and all these actions here are the ones that you can now use in your Farming Sim, or for your Farming Sim profile. As you can see here, we also have a Mod Studio 2 SCS plugin, which is for truck simulators, so if you're into that, you can download that one as well on the same web page. But yeah, currently we're interested in the Giants one, and it's named just Giants because we plan to support as many Giants games, Farming Simulator games, as possible. Alright, here's the list of actions that you can currently use and add to your Stream Deck. We have lights, blinkers, we have main light switch, high and low beam switch, we have a beacon, then we have a speed indicator, we have a cruise control, fuel indicator, clock, gear indicator, horn, load indicator, money info, and vehicle info. And some of these have multiple display modes, so you can actually display more than one type of information for a given action. But before we dive into these and how to set them up, we're going to take a look at the last file in our archive that was downloaded. And this is the mod that you need to install into your Farming Sim mods directory. This one's, as you can see, FS22, made for Farming Sim 22. So put this file into your mods directory, and don't forget to activate this once you are loading your save game. And I can actually jump into the game and show you how that looks. Okay, we're in Farming Sim 22, and if we go into downloadable content, here you can see first one on the list, if I move my head, it's Mod Studio Telemetry. There we go. This is basically the mod that exposes in-game data to external plugins, or basically our Stream Deck plugin. Here's a couple of links where you can get more information, where you can get new versions and help if you need some. Especially visit our Discord. Our Discord community is excellent. There's a lot of people who are always happy to help. So drop into our Discord, and we actually have a dedicated channel for Stream Deck plugins. And last, like I said previously, you can support us on Patreon. Alright, back to menu, and then you open career. So don't forget, this is the screen where you have to find our mod. This is the icon, and you should make sure that it's enabled. Otherwise, there will be no data sent to your Stream Deck device. Alright, that's pretty much that when about installation. So let's take a look at the actions and how to set them up in the Stream Deck software. Alright, this is the Stream Deck software, and this current version that you see, this is for the Stream Deck Plus. Like I said, this also works for every other Stream Deck. Like I also here have a 15-button one, completely fine. Works with the XL, works with the mobile version, and I believe it's going to work completely fine with even the newest one. I forgot its name, but it was recently launched. So yeah, I think our plugin is compatible with all Stream Deck devices. And if it's not, hey, submit a bug report on our GitHub or come to our Discord and you can ping me, and we're gonna take a look. Hopefully I won't have to buy one more Stream Deck device because 2 is enough. Alright, to set up your actions, and as you can see here on my right side now in the menu, I only have 2, but that's because I have here the toggle between keys and dials. So 2 of our actions currently, the cruise control and load indicators, you can drag them into these buttons down here. So on the Stream Deck Plus, this is gonna show info on the big screen, and you can also use the rotator knobs to adjust. For instance, cruise control, that's very handy when you want to increase or decrease, so you can just rotate the knob. And for the loads, since you can have multiple different types of loads in a vehicle, and since we show one load at a time in the progress bar that draws here, you can switch between different types of loads in a vehicle just by turning and twisting the knob. But also you can use these 2 actions if you switch to keys, they're also available, or you can just drag them. Can you? No. I thought that was possible. We certainly made them compatible for both. Alright, let's just go keys and find cruise control. Yeah, you can put the cruise control and the special load indicator as well. Before we move on to more common actions, I'm going to show you the cruise control in the dial settings that we have for it. So once you put it here, you see you can have a couple of different options. Display style, you have simple, advanced, and Stream Deck default. This is basically how you want this to be drawn here on the big screen. So you have a simple where this lights up if the cruise control is on. The plus and minus also light up separately if you can actually speed up or slow down. Same goes for advanced, but this one on the bottom actually shows the speed that you have set. And the Stream Deck default mode is like this. This follows the Stream Deck design guidelines, so it fits with other. For instance, if you use volume control from Elgato, this is going to fit nicely visually with all the rest of your controls. So you also have rotate left, rotate right, and dial click that you can set here. It says click to align, and if you click, for instance, on cruise control, default keys in game are 1, 2, and 3. So basically what we do with our plugin, we emulate keyboard key press. So when you want to, for instance, dial click, I personally have that to turn on and off. So I think that's number 3 key. Actually, it's not on the numpad, it's actually on regular numbers. 1 is to go slower, so that's going to be my rotate left. Rotate right is going to be my 2 key. So basically what this does is when you rotate the knob left, it's just gonna emulate your keyboard 1 press. Same for 2 and 3. And this also goes for all the other buttons that we have here. But for instance, load indicator doesn't have any key presses because we have set the key, dial rotate to actually just switch between the loads you have in the vehicle. So there's no need to have any key presses on this one. Alright, let's switch to a regular Stream Deck. Let's take a look at some actions that we have. So I'll put our blinkers, and I'm gonna use 3 of them because we're gonna change this one to be a left blinker, this one can be our right one, and this one's gonna stay the hazard warning. So as you can see, one action from the menu gives us 3 separate icons, and you can actually apply a hotkey to these as well. So I think these were on numpad in the game, so I believe this was a numpad 2, this one was numpad 1, and this was numpad 3. As you see here, we can also have modifier keys. And this is actually nice if I show you the high and low beam actions. So for instance, in game, if you press Shift F, you can get a low or high beams on your vehicle if you have your lights on. So the hotkey is going to be F, the modifier key is going to be Shift. So this is gonna, once you press this button on your Stream Deck, it's gonna hit a Shift F combo. It's gonna emulate that keyboard combination. And of course, the icon will change given the state of your high and low lights on your vehicle. We're gonna show that in game once we set up our profile in a minute. Right, we also have lights, which are usually just F. Then you can have your beacon light. I keep forgetting what the key is, but was it the home key? 0 key? Not sure, I'll fix that later on. We don't need to dwell about it. We can have a speed indicator which shows kilometers per hour, also switches to miles per hour if that's your setting in your farming sim game. We pick up that info from the game. And some of our icons have a different key press action mode. As you can see on this one, you can cycle between modes or you can send keystrokes. If you select send keystrokes, then you can set hotkeys, modifier keys, and it's going to behave like I've showed you with the previous ones with the lights and blinkers. But if you use it as cycle modes, once you press this button on your Stream Deck, it's going to just go through these modes so you can change how it looks. So for instance, we have a digital mode. It's just it shows the same data but in a different way. And we also have a little pro feature for our patrons. You can have an animated gauge or a speedometer. It's nicely animated, shows proper values and units. So yeah, this is a little pro feature, and there's just a couple of those in this release. 98% of everything is available to everybody. So yeah, you also have a fuel indicator, which is like this. This is like a fuel bar on the right side, which fills given your fuel levels. It also changes the icon if you drive an electric vehicle or a gas-powered vehicle. And it also shows the icon red if you're running low on fuel. we have some other data like the gear indicator, cruise control you saw on the dial, but if you don't have dials, you probably want to use them like this, put multiple ones, leave one as a status icon, which shows well, the status, the speed that you have set, and if it's on or off. You can then have this as a, for instance, minus and a plus icon for it. So you can increase it and decrease it. We got a horn. We have a load indicator. So if you use it as a button, it's gonna, the press on the button, it's gonna change between different types of loads that you have in your vehicle. So you have a money info, which just shows you how much money you have, and given that this is a tiny screen, we abbreviate the numbers, so we use notation like K, like 78K, or M for millions, depending on how much money you have. We abbreviate a little bit. So yeah, I guess I've ran out of space. We also have a vehicle info. This one actually has multiple modes. So you can show vehicle wear, vehicle value, monetary value of that vehicle, vehicle mass, and operating time. I think this covers our first release. Okay, now we can jump into the game and I can show you how these look. And we can keep this little window in the side of the game on screen, and you're gonna see how it looks and updates given what we do with vehicles. Hey, welcome to my farm, and here's one of my old semi-trucks that I'm gonna show you how some of our icons actually update. So this one's interesting. Where you go in, you can see the loads icon actually shows honey. If you press on it, you can cycle through all the other types of loads. There we go. Lettuce, tomato, fabric, strawberries, back to honey. Like I said, there might be some of these icons missing because we had to actually make each and every one of them. And if you find icons that you need that are not showing up on the Stream Deck, just hop over to our GitHub issue board and submit your request, and we're gonna add them for the next version. As you can see, our fuel also is very low on this truck, and it matches actually what you see on your Stream Deck and what you see down on the heads-up display from the game. Our eventual goal is that with time we're going to create enough icons that you could play the game completely without the HUD active in the game. Right, so what can we show? What can we do with the vehicle? We can turn on the lights, we can, for instance, drive it. You see the speed icon updates, the gear, selected gear updates, and so on. If you turn on the cruise control, for instance, the buttons activate, and if we lower the cruise control speed, we have to stop. See now the both of them, plus and minus, are active because you can actually increase and decrease the speed at your max speed. Reach max speed in cruise control, you cannot increase it anymore, so that's why the plus button is not activated. Let's stop with this one. Maybe jump into one of the other vehicles, for instance. I'll actually turn this one around. I'm hoping to get the shade so you can see the difference between high and low beam. So let's turn on the lights to begin with. There we go. High beam, low beam. Clearly visible. So that's one of the things. And we can do like blinkers. See, turn it off. The other one. There we go. Or even both. Let's now jump into something else. Here we go, magic of editing, and we actually now are in a electric vehicle, and you can also see that the icon, the fuel icon, now shows the little bulb indicating that this vehicle uses electricity as a source of power. And again, with a little bit of editing, we're in one more vehicle where you can actually first notice that it's completely full. The load is 100%, and this is the one where we can show that we can turn on the beacons, and that pops up on the Stream Deck. That concludes our presentation for this evening. Thank you all for watching. Hope you like our plugin. Hope you install it, you try it out. Like I said, there's gonna be some bugs with it. A quick fix for most of problems is just simply restarting your Stream Deck software, or just switching between profiles if you have them, or pages. That fixes most issues. From what we so far noticed is our plugin can stop responding if you quit the game and re-enter the game. In that case, like I said, it's enough if you restart, or if you just switch pages on your Stream Deck, the icons will reboot and everything's gonna work fine. We are gonna fix this for a future release, but for now we wanted to get this plugin to you guys released as fast as possible and get some of your input on it. So yeah, thank you for watching. Check the links down below in the description, and see you when the next one is released. Bye!